Good morning, happy Sunday. It's time for a catch up with me, Debbie from Debbie's World. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday the 12th of June. At the moment it's about 11:25. I am sat here, it's not actually not a coffee, it's a peppermint tea. And it's in my nice massive mug. This is from Aldi, and it says yes you can on it. It was in the middle aisles, and to give you a clue on the size, that's it next to the Slimming World book, so you get a nice big drink in there. Peppermint tea, also by Aldi, not sponsored by Aldi, although I wish I was. So, how's everyone's week going? I've had a pretty good week, I think, following the plan wise. I've had a lot of pain in my shoulder. I think it started last weekend. We went on a walk last weekend when it was the Jubilee weekend, and it started hurting then. And then on Tuesday, which was weigh day, it started getting a lot worse, and Tuesday, Wednesday and possibly Thursday were probably the worst days. I have got problems in both shoulders with wear and tear, and I've actually had an x-ray in one, and I was sent to physio, and obviously I have never kept up the exercises, so having a desk job never helps. So I do keep every so often get shoulder pain, and I had to take ibuprofen and paracetamol to get it under control this week, but it's a lot better now, although I felt tired all week. And the other thing that's happened this week is my dad has finally moved into his permanent residential care home. So over the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've had lots of phone calls. We've had what's called a best interest meeting with the social worker, because my dad was expressing his wish to go to his own home, but he has been judged not to have capacity to make that decision. So we had to have what's called a best interest meeting, where we explained that all the risks were too high for him to be living at home independently, and that he needs 24-hour care. And then they've eventually found him a bed or a room, and it's closer to my mum in Sheffield, which is nice for me. He was in Sheffield anyway, but he was kind of over the other side, and this home that they found for him is closer to my mum, and it's in a nicer area than the ones he's been in before, and it's just a lot more convenient. The only thing is it's not near a nice park. One of the others that he was in was near a nice park, which meant that we could take Charlie and then go for a walk in this nice park afterwards, but there's plenty of places in Sheffield where you can find a nice walk. So, but yeah, it's a nice place. I went yesterday. That was his first full day after moving in, and already he seems to have a better colour. The staff are more sort of jokey and coming in more, and he's got alarms on the floor whenever he gets up because he's a mobility risk. So every time he moves off his bed or there's movement detected in his room, he's got that. And he's already been well fed. He says he's getting 4 meals a day, whereas he said, which is probably not true, but he said he was only getting 1 meal a day before, wherever the place he was before. But I'm sure it's just because he's got so many memory problems and confusion and stuff. But I did feel a lot more confident yesterday seeing him there, and it's nice to have him settled. We've just got now the big challenge of clearing his flat. So that's going to be the next few weeks, and obviously sorting out his finances and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been a bit of a stress these past few weeks, but hopefully we're on to a good thing, and he's going to be more settled. So yeah, apart from that, I've been having a good week. My walking has not been so great this week, probably because of the shoulder and because I felt so fatigued, probably with the pain, and just my motivation hasn't been there for the walking. But hopefully, you know, now I'm feeling a bit better, and I've had a good, you know, I've had a good couple of lay-ins Saturday and Sunday. This weekend I'm feeling a bit brighter, so we can maybe get back to the walking this week. But on Tuesday I did get a really good result. So the 7th of June I went to group and I lost, because it's right at the bottom, I lost 3 pounds. So that means I weigh 14 stone 10.5, and my total weight loss is 2 stone 1.5 pounds. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. And I did get Slim of the Week actually, but I didn't get a certificate and I forgot to ask for one. But it doesn't matter. I got the Slim of the Week basket, but it was just some hi-fi bars and like a skinny whip bar or something like that. Nothing really exciting. But I am really, really pleased with that. And here is the beautiful certificate. It is a green colour. I am not that fond of green, but nonetheless I am still so happy to put that on the fridge with my other certificates, and to finally see that progress after 22 weeks or whatever it is on Slimming World. Basically it's about 6 months, because my first weigh-in was the 4th of January, sorry. And the weigh-in where I finally got to a 2 stone loss was on the 7th of June 2022. So yeah, there we go. Hooray, at last. So you've kind of already had a personal update from me with talking about my dad. I've still been watching This Is Us and the survival programmes, and I've still been listening to the same type of podcasts. I'm looking for a new Audible book to really get into. So if anyone's got any sort of more light-hearted recommendations, not quite as serious, a bit of comedy, I like Dawn French. I like the 2 books by, oh God, what's her name? The Welsh lady who's in Gavin and Stacey. Anyway, you'll know who I mean. They've been on Katie Jane's vlog. I like those 2 books. So something like that, if anyone's got any recommendations. And if it's long, all the better. So let's have a look at what kind of food I've eaten this week. I've tried quite a few things from the Slimming World range. Another thing I tried was the... see if I can make that a bit bigger. The Aldi barbecue beef, the Aldi 5% barbecue beef kebabs. Now I'm sure they used to be half a sin each, but they're 1.5 sins each now. But they are really nice. And if you like that bit of extra flavour, that a bit of extra sort of fat, if you like, brings, then you'll get it from that. Whereas if you go completely sin-free, you sometimes lose some of that moisture. But yeah, they are really nice, and you can cook them in the oven as well as in the grill. So the Aldi 5% beef, barbecue beef kebabs, you have to be careful because there are some barbecue beef kebabs or something similar that aren't 5% fat, so you have to make sure you're picking up the right ones. The other thing I made was kind of inspired by the lunch ideas from the magazine. I made a tuna pasta rainbow salad. So I cooked about 80 grams of pasta. I made it into 2 servings. Mixed up some tuna with a mix of Heinz light mayonnaise and some Greek yoghurt, fat-free Greek yoghurt. And then I added sweet corn, peppers, red onion and garden peas, and tomatoes and cucumber, and served it with some green salad, green leaves. Really nice, and just for 1 sin for the mayonnaise, and it did me 2 portions, so that was really nice. Then I tried the Slimming World sausage jambalaya. Now that wouldn't be a favourite. It was quite dry, so I don't think if I did have it again, I wouldn't cook it for quite as long. But if you like a bit of a spice kick, the sausages have got a bit of a spice kick, and the flavour was okay. I would have it again, but it wouldn't be the first one I picked up. But it was nice. It was okay. Then I've had chicken and cheese omelette and the Morrison's fish cakes. And yesterday, this is not the first time I've had it, but the Chinese chicken curry, and I've got the other half of that to have today. That is really nice, especially if you can't be bothered to make it yourself. And I had that with boiling the bag rice and veg, and that's how I make it do me twice. And it's really nice flavour. The barbecue bean loaf, I know a lot of people have asked for the recipe for that on Facebook. It's basically the same as the curry loaf, and that's what I took with me to eat while I went to my dad's. The Aldi half a sin vegetable sushi, really nice. But yeah, I have done a clip of what I look like full body length now with a 2 stone loss, so you'll have to let me know if you see any differences. If I was really clever, I'd be able to run both clips at once, but unfortunately I'm not that clever. But I'll try and find the video where I did my 1 stone loss and maybe link it below. But you can see the photos, the comparison photos on my Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook is Debbie on Slimming World and my Instagram is Debsters_Insta. And I have had a couple of people asking me if I'm doing food diaries on YouTube. At the moment, I'm sure you'll understand, it's quite a busy time. I have a full-time job that is quite busy, and after a day at work, even though I'm working from home, I'm just exhausted, and I still have to take Charlie out, and I still have to do all my food prep and so on and so forth. And on top of my full-time job, I've got looking after my dad and trying to fit in some exercise. So at the moment I'm not doing many more vlogs than the weigh-in vlogs, but maybe that'll change in future. But I always do share my daily food on Instagram and Facebook. But thank you so much for your support and your comments, and just giving me a follow and a like over there, and a subscribe on YouTube. All your support is gratefully received, and thank you. So I'm going to put the clip of the full body in now, and then we will do nice and nasty with Bertie Bott's beans. Right, so here I am after a 2 stone loss, full body shot, which you don't often see on the YouTube. You can also see comparison photos on Instagram and Facebook. So I've got the same stripy grey top on, which is from Morrison's, and it's a size 12. It's still not fitting right. I am in no way trying to claim that it fits. It's just for comparison purposes. And these are leggings that are way too tight. They are a size 12, and that is not a brag. They are way too tight. But again, it's just for comparison purposes, and they were from online somewhere, some online website. But yeah, that's a side view after losing 2 stone or £28, and it's taken me since from the 4th of January to the 11th of June, so about 6 months. So here we go for nice and nasty with Bertie Bott's Every Flavour beans. Andrew's just handed this one to me and I haven't looked at it yet. Hope you can see that. I'm not looking what it is. So let's see. I have no idea what that was. Didn't taste particularly nasty. I'll have to wind back the video and put on what flavour it is, but it didn't taste nasty. Maybe a bit of dirt. Not sure. I'll put it on the screen what it is when I've rewound and looked at the flavours. But thank you so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.